Our names are Jose Guzman, Anthony Castro, Estela Montiel, Judith Atanasio, and Francisco Andres, and this is our Civic Action Project. We decided to focus on domestic violence and Major League sports. Domestic violence is a current issue in our community, and sports is a big part in shaping the American culture. We have noticed these two merging in the media lately and wanted to look more into this issue. About 20 people per minute are physically abused by an intimate partner in the United States. This equals to more than 10 million women and men in a year. Lately, influential players like Slava Voinov, Ray Rice, Gray Hardy, etc. have been charged with domestic violence. We don't want these players to support or encourage domestic violence in any way. We began our journey in bringing awareness and building a policy by emailing several organizations and law groups related to domestic violence. We also emailed sports organizations on their policies regarding domestic abuse. We emailed the LA Kings, the Dodgers, the NHL, and the Los Angeles Center for Law and Justice. The Law Center was the only group that got back to us, unfortunately. We also researched petitions and found Melissa Geschwind, a fan and activist currently trying to do something about the NHL and the players' domestic violence charges. For our second cap, we got into contact with Melody Crispidon at Peace Over Violence regarding the organization's work with domestic abuse. We learned more about domestic violence and the nonprofit's work in the community. It promoted healthy relationships, happy homes, and of course, peace over violence. Our third cap consisted of setting up a formal interview with Melody to infer about her work with the LA Kings and some logistics about the sessions, along with more information about POV.
In your eyes, what is considered domestic abuse?
So domestic abuse or domestic violence is a relationship where one person uses either threats or actual abuse. So whether that's physical, emotional, mental, verbal, sexual, technological, or financial abuse, and they use that abuse kind of like as a pattern. Like they're always trying to have control over their partner and what their partner does.
With the LA Kings, Can you give some details on the collaboration?
Yeah, so the LA Kings approached us about working together with them. They wanted to find a domestic violence organization that supported survivors, that did education about how to prevent these things, and they wanted to find out how they could help an organization like that too. So we kind of came up with a plan for them of some things that we could do. We talked about some trainings that we could offer them. We talked about like events that we could do together. We talked to them about our youth programming and different projects that we do with kids. And so the way that the partnership has ended up looking was that Peace Over Violence trained all of the players on the team and all of the coaching staff on domestic violence, the warning signs, how do you stop it, what's the effect on the community, how do we prevent it from happening, how do we help somebody who's been a victim. So we've been doing trainings for that. We've been working with some of the families of the players too to make sure that they're involved and they know that we care about them too. And now they want to help us.
For our fourth cap, we set up an interview with Angela McNair Turner at the Law Center in an attempt to form a policy. She gave us tips on how to create an effective policy, and we used this for our Cap 5. Our Cap 5 is our domestic violence policy. This is to be offered to the sports leagues. We used bits and pieces from the MLB's policy to create ours. Finally, for our Cap 6, we created a petition on change.org and a website to showcase our progress and give another platform for this issue to be displayed on. Please support our cause by signing our petition and checking out our website too. Domestic violence is everyone's problem. It's ours, and it should be yours too.